Oh my god. We're back. Look at this. Still figuring out this whole thing. I just want to double down. First of all, thank you for joining us if you're watching this live or if you're watching this later. This is not my art. This is my desktop. This is my wallpaper that gets me inspired to make some wild shit. As always, what we do on this is the plan is that we're going to create an NFT work of art. We're going to improvise it totally from scratch. And it's going to be from your audience suggestions. It's Sunday morning. We just experienced a bit of a Bitcoin crash yesterday. Yeah, it tanked pretty dramatically. I'm not going to say it could be a lot worse. But it's, you know what? I'm having the experience right now of like, what's it going to be like watching this in like 20 years, you know? And, yeah, I'm excited about that. Oh shit. All right, let's jump in. Let's do this, man. I'm learning the hang of this whole thing. My brain wants to just go in. What's going on with this? My brain wants to just melt and go into thought loops. So someone the other day said something to me. They're like, you know what? Really like create your stream like it's a really authentic experience. You know, create it in a way where you're authentically connecting to the audience in a way where like you're not trying to be this perfect thing. You're not trying to be this you're not trying to do it perfectly. You know what I mean? Like get messy, share who you are, and also share like your hardships that you've been through, and the audience will be able to connect with that. And what was interesting about that is like when I look back, like I really don't have a ton of hardships that I've had to like survive and make through. And, you know, part of me is like, man, well, if I don't have that many hardships, like how am I going to connect with an audience? And there's a couple hardships I can think of. And just in general, something that I think a lot of people can relate to is just like the idea of like anxiety and or depression, especially these days. And I'm really proud to say that I've just found my way into a mental space where I'm just happy. I'm like, it definitely was a lot of work. There was a lot of work and just getting uncomfortable. But yeah, it's like, I just feel good. Like I feel good all the time. And it's by choice. And so I'm excited I don't know what the final form of this live stream is going to be. But I'm excited to get messy and just discover it and learn it along the way. Before we jump in to NFT Town, let's go and take a look at this Bitcoin chart. One thing that's happening in the world right now that I'm excited to explore is like this new paradigm shift that's happening in the blockchain. Putting my blue blockers on here. So when we look at this chart, there's something a good friend of mine this past month told me that there seems to be this cycle in cryptocurrency where every week it peaks around by Thursday, Friday, we get this huge surge. And then it peaks, and by Saturday night it dips. It does this big tank. And it's like, you know, it's the waves go out, the waves go in. We inhale, we exhale, right? With every pump, there's a dump, always. And so we've been pumping for quite a while, especially in the month of April. We got this huge all-time highs. We'll go to the hour chart. I wouldn't call myself a technical analyst, and it's fun to look. And I think I would consider myself a visual person, and patterns seem to arise, and I'm interested in looking at those patterns. And so here we are This was our all-time high recently. We had this huge pump. We came from 55K. When is this? 7th of April. We were really down here. I remember this. I was in Nicaragua not too long ago, and I lived through this experience. But I remember thinking, my intuition told me at the top here, man, I should really sell and take some profit at this point. And I kind of ignored it. I ignored my intuition and just said, I'm going to hold this long term. Now, I still believe in Bitcoin long term, right? I still believe in the decentralized financial, the fact that like, as long as the internet exists, you cannot take Bitcoin down, as much as these governments may want to try to kind of put the regulations on it or just ban it outright. It's almost like that Gandhi quote that's like, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. And with every government that tries to impose some kind of ban, it's like you're kind of fighting back, but you're fighting back again. Like you're swinging at ghosts. Like there isn't Bitcoin company, it's like you can lock up your constituents for holding Bitcoin, but like, or shut down nodes or something like that. But it's decentralized. It's global. Like you can't, you know what I mean? You might shut them down in the US, but like they're going to be live in somewhere else, and it's like, it doesn't matter. So, while the government might try to contain air, like they're grasping at air to try to keep air in their hands, and that they just can't, they're going to be unsuccessful at it. And every time that they lose, how many dips Bitcoin's gone down, and it's still here. It's still around. In fact, it's appreciating. It's appreciating parabolically. So what we're looking at here is last night, around Thursday. What day was Thursday? It's the 18th today. So the 15th, I was right here. I was like, let's get in here. I thought to myself, you know what? I think I'm going to sell. And I decided to sell about right here. 64,000. Where was it? I know I sold Bitcoin at 64,000. I basically sold my entire portfolio, 25% of everything, because I was anticipating a dip Saturday night, like I'd seen like every week leading up to this week. And so I thought, maybe, I'll buy back in and I'll get a little, I'll get some profit, I'll increase my positions and it'll be great. And then I wake up. Well, in fact, I actually go to dinner. I go to dinner with this girl that I'm seeing right now. And in the middle of dinner, my phone is just like lighting up from these different messages that I get from different people, or, these apps that I have that alert when like there's volatile movement. And it's like Bitcoin swings 20%, not 20%, but it's like, take a look, right? I open my app and I'm just like, wow. We witnessed this dump, this candle right here, this red candle. Let's zoom in. This thing, 59,000. This is in 1 hour. We're in the 1 hour chart right here. In 2 hours, it had dipped. I mean, I'm picking this candle, but really we could pick right here. In the course of, well, let's measure. We'll go like this. Bam. Look at this. 13% in 14 hours. So less than 24 hours, it just made this monumental just dip. About $8,000 price. So a lot of people got liquidated. But I'm sitting here. I bought back in at, let's see, around like 9 p.m. I bought back in like right around, where did I buy? I bought back in at 52,000. So it scraped the bottom here, and now we're kind of settled back up. But I bought back in the middle of dinner. She was super kind enough to just let me just handle what I needed to handle here. But yeah, craziness. So all that to say, trust your gut, right? Trust your gut to invest. Maybe your gut is saying don't invest at all. But there's no right way to do it. But for me, it's harder to live with myself after like really having the gut feeling that I should invest or I should divest from something, and then being right about it later on. And I'm like kicking myself. Like I shoulda, like I knew it. Like I knew that I should, or I knew that I shouldn't have. And that just applies. It's, my greatest fear is being on my deathbed and I've got regrets about stuff. So yeah, it's all one big experiment at the end of the day. No one knows how this whole thing's going to go. But what my gut is telling me is that this is the future. because of its decentralized nature, and I'm on board. I'm on board. So this is the Bitcoin chart. Ethereum did the same thing. It's astonishing how just similarly these two are linked. Look at this thing. Look at that. Look at that red cascade. So we pumped and then we dump again. You know, it builds. Like there's always these, right? Over time, it's going to go up. We might have to go through, you know, what's very similar looking is this pattern. Literally, look at this. It's like crazy. The universe is a fractal universe. It's a fractal pattern. You know, you might look at something really granular and you zoom out and you see the same thing. So these charts are no different. In fact, these rely on the Fibonacci. Some of these do. You can go Fibonacci retracement is a fun thing. Well, might not be fun today, given where the price is at. But all that to say, look at all this volume. Look at this volume of dumpage right here. I'm so grateful that I dumped up here. God. And then I bought back in down here. So we'll see. I am not a pro. This is also not financial advice. Do what you want to do. This is just my opinion. And shit is bananas. So that gives me an idea. Maybe for today's NFT, we're switching gears. If you have any questions, feel free to post it in the chat. I'm going to take a peek here. Make sure I've got all this stuff pulled up. It says I'm in just chatting on Twitch. And it's true. So one thing that I'm excited to do right now is I need a new name. I need a new name. This name thing has been bothering me for some time because it's like there's a lot in a name. Now, you could point to a lot of artists that it's just like, who cares? Like, who cares about the name? Like, it's silly, you know? And it's still like the face of the brand. It's still the face of, like, there's a lot in the name and it's important. Also, the current name Logan Makes, there happens to be this pop culture icon named Logan Paul who makes a lot of money. And when I search Logan Makes, the majority of the results that I get are about how much money Logan Paul makes. And so I obviously that kind of, it's not what the channel's about. I would love to make what Logan Paul makes. And you know what? I'm declaring that I will make what Logan Paul makes in time. So what are we making? One thing we're going to be listening for is the potential new name, as well as we're going to make some NFT stuff here. So what could we make? Right now I'm fielding audience suggestions. There happens to not be anyone in the audience. I think I have one watcher right now. So how do you do to whoever that person is? And let's jump into what can we get going? We're also going to start a little bit of musica. 2 viewers, how we doing? We're going to go back into Stream Beats just to have a little something in the background. And all right. So we are creating, let's get that out of here. Let me make sure that the audio, you can hear the audio. Okay, great. Music's in. We'll go like this. All right, we're completing the crypto talk. And we're jumping into what fun can we make in 3D? There's a lot of fun we can make in 3D. An idea that I had the other day was like something to be like trapped in a wall of ice. Something absurd is trapped in a wall of ice and there's people like trying to excavate like, what is that? Like, what is that in there? And it's just like ridiculous. It's like Pac-Man. And I pick Pac-Man because I have a Pac-Man object. Because it's easy to make Pac-Man. Because it's a sphere with a wedge out of it. So that's an option. If we're going into this ice wall thing, let's take a look at this ice wall thing. Like something like this, 3D assets. Ice cliff. Yeah, let's see what we got. Like something that's like kind of sticking out halfway or something. I think that's kind of cool. Modular snow road. Ice cliff. Snowy stump. Snow hill. I think this might be our winner. Oh, you know what? We might have to do what we learned about yesterday. And we're gonna import and just make sure that let's just look. Let's take a look. I wonder if I should be showing my entire file structure on here, but this is a new computer, so there's nothing on here besides 3D stuff. So fuck it. Objects. Characters. I got Charizard. I found a Charizard thing. So that's fun. Lighting challenge. Ooh, you know what would be cool in this ice thing? Provided that I can get it to be, you can see through it. And I know how to do that. What we can do is we can have this light like beaming through the back. Like a light that's popping through it, like kind of silhouetted. That's it. That's the look. Okay, so female robot. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to search Pac-Man. I don't know why I thought that would work. All right, we'll pull in our handy dandy 3D, what is it? Turbo Squid? Is that the site we found yesterday? Great. And, oh, that would be sweet. See, this $99 though. If anyone's watching this and you got some like fun models you want us to build with, send them over. Send a link. Top blend, free. Now see, it says free, but I'm still getting not free results. Look at this guy. Lucifer the Devil, Lord of the... I could put a little baby, like a fetus, in the ice. That could be kind of interesting. Hi, Mandy.
Hi.
So, I can't talk at... I can't talk at the moment. Can I call you back in like an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Sounds good.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank
for
you.
calling me yesterday. It meant so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shocked.
Amazing. Well, I'll call you back in a second.
I'm looking forward to talking to you.
Yeah, me too. Okay, bye. Pac-Man. Pac-Man. This guy. Look at that. Free. Blender free. Let's take a peek. I already did this. Pac-Man blend. So I have to open this up as a Blender file. Pac-Man blend. I had it all along. Okay, well, great. Get out of here, crypto. Before we import this, I'm going to use the loo. I'll be right back. We're back. All right. So, I washed my hands too, by the way, in case you were wondering. What is going on with Bitcoin right now? Look at this. Ringer. Now, see, it doesn't mean a ton. I'm also looking at this on the 1 minute chart. I know you can't see what I'm looking at. But it's like, this is going to rebound. Look at this. Look at this green. Yes, please. Loves it. We're going to look at this on. I have it up in the background just in case, you know. I was looking at it on BitBay. Coinbase, though, is still going. Still doing the old plunge. Oh, well. It's just money, dog. It's just money. Alright, let's fucking do this. 3D library. Characters. No, that's not what we want, right? Objects. I want to put characters in objects because it's kind of what they are. Pac-Man, we're going to put that back in objects. And we're going to put Pac-Man Bland in characters because I have it that Pac-Man's a character. Look at this. Look at this thing. Wow. I'm just going to delete everything else. And we're going to select... We're going to get out of camera. Do I dare delete the camera? I've never deleted the camera. What happens? Look at that. Okay, great. What is this? Lights? Are these emitting anything? I'm learning what others do. Yep, see? I've got it. I got it down. So that's how people light stuff. They don't use area lights. They use panels. And then they have them emit light. Alright, so what happens if I copy this? Is there another window back here? There sure is. Don't save. We're going to bring this down. We're pushing G, Y. You know what? Maybe I'm trying to come up with like, how can I make this in a way where I'm really showing exactly what I'm doing? You know, like using it as a tutorial, you know, like if I'm going to go live, I might as well like make YouTube videos while I'm live. You know what I mean? There's this idea of like one conversation, multiple outcomes. So why not? If that's the case, then we're going to do this. Okay. This is what we're going to do. Where's my capture here? Hey, we got two likes. Look at that. All right. So, welcome if you're just joining us just now. Of course they are. This is a YouTube video. Welcome to the tutorial. We're gonna make Pac-Man suspended in ice in Blender, and we're gonna do it in less than an hour. We're gonna do it in less than 5 minutes watching this video. So, how we're gonna start is we're gonna go into Bridge, download Bridge. We're gonna find something like this, huge ice cliff. We're gonna export that into Blender. Click the button. Just kidding. Look at that. Look how quick. That's great. Why is it not wanting to do that? Oh, you know what it is? It's because it's already in here. Is that it? Like if I picked a different one, This tutorial is off to a great start. Huh. Please check log for details. Well, that's a problem. No problem. Okay, we're gonna go back to ice. Ice world. I like snowy ground. We're gonna export that. I don't get it. This was like all just working just now. I'm gonna not save anything. I'm gonna reopen. Open bridge again. We're gonna go back into ice. Ice world. Okay. Let's see if it gives me the same error. Oh, you know what? I gotta sign in. Export. I don't get it. Sure, I'm just picking anything at this point. Okay. Why? I'm sending a message to figure out this Blender thing, because obviously that's important. All right. I'll say this is definitely a practice in just learning to just like let go. Just letting go. Help.quixel. Look at this right here. Sign in. Unbelievable. Come on, Bitcoin rally, boy. Oh, how is everyone doing in the chat today? We are getting it. I think I'm going to do something with this rock cliffs next time, like Nordic coast. You know, I'm technically a Nord. My mother is Finnish and Swedish, or Swedish is what I meant to say. Not to be compared. Words. Like the picture of a boat. That's a boat. That looks like a boat. There's kind of a boat right there. And that's definitely a boat. And that's a boat. Okay. I need a new password. This is content. What would move the needle? Is it going live? I think it is going live. Like I can go live right now. Like that's great. It works for me to go live. Also, it's going live, doing stuff that's going to promote future lives. You know, like I can make these. Like this is easy because this is Instagram. It's like, here, I'm doing this. Okay, I keep doing it. You know? So I'm creating Instagram collateral. What I forgot to do today is to create a TikTok to start this. Trailing off. Okay. Train. That's a train. That's a train. That's a train. Looks like New York. That's that. Wow, sure. I just did this. Do you remember when I just did that? Hey, Talha. This worked for about a week and just now stopped again. Same error. Port 2888. Is there a new version? Let me know. Thanks. Let's make a sticky note. So this is going to be our note. We're going to keep that right there. We're going to keep it right there. Commitment today. 1 TikTok. 1 digital art NFT. What else are we going to do? We're going to create 20 names. 20 potential names. Whoa, 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 whoa. What else? Launch Patreon. Stream assets. Just YouTube? That might be the way. What else? Launch Patreon and upload. Blend files. We need to get on Reddit. Instagram story. I think that's a good place to start. Okay. You know what? The boobies picture would kill it on Reddit. Done. I just did a boobies NFT around a fake cereal called Boobies. Start your morning off with a bowl of boobies. And I think it's quite clever. Okay. I'm tempted to restart my computer, but that would end the stream, wouldn't it? If I ice. Keeps giving me this error. Surfaces, snow. Wow, there's a lot of textures. These look so good. You know what? Whoa, really? Okay. I am going to close the stream for now so that I can create this other thing and start making this other video just to check if there's anything wrong with these exports. Don't want to be exporting to Blender. It's a pretty important part of the process. And I don't know what else to do. So we're going to close this. I'm going to start the stream back up. Thank you to my 3 viewers. It means the world that you're here. And I have to restart. I don't know how else to do this. So